Feminum Mystique Part 2. All right, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, let's do this. We're going to talk about this episode using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. Choose the best you can get in any category. We're back with Wonder Girl. Now, she's been captured. The Nazis, they want the secret of her bracelets. How can they deflect bullets? What is this metal? Well, they can't figure it out. They're looking at it through a microscope and they don't know the elements. Well, it's feminum. Feminum. That is the substance that is used to create the bracelets. It's only found on Paradise Island. So, the story on this one, I'll give it a 1. It was okay. So if it's a 0, it's god awful. If it's 2, it's amazing. I'll give it a 1. The reason I'm not that excited over this particular story is that I feel that, like, okay, if you've got this feminine, why don't you make more weapons with it? I guess it's like they don't want to, make weapons or something. I don't know, like, wouldn't there be arrowheads or... So the Nazis take over Paradise Island. I feel they took it over too quickly. And I feel like the Amazons should just kick the crap out of these guys. Like, this is one of the things that the newer film, the Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, did pretty good. Whereas the Amazons were kicking the crap out of these guys, right? They held them back. Some of them did get killed because there is guns involved. But I just feel like these 8 soldiers came in and just took over the island. You're like, okay. So that was a bit weird. They should have fought better. Or maybe I don't like this, like the Nazis throw a couple of gas bombs and then that's the end of it. Like, that was a bit weird. So that I found that weak. Wonder Girl, she's like, I can't tell you the location of Paradise Island, but I can tell you the like longitude, latitude, and it's just like, what? Like, it's just, that was weird. I'm not saying it's bad. It's okay. It's still a fun episode. I love this television show. So I'm trying to be critical of it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But I gotta point out some goofiness. There's also a lot of, I'll get to the artistry in a second here. Peter Knight, who is the guy that was working on the XPJ7 or whatever it was called, XPJ1 or something. He's a double agent. And you have the other guy, the mechanic, who's from Scarface. I can't remember the actor's name now. And then she kind of points him out. And they're like, oh, are you sure it's him? It's like, I don't know, So that was kind of, a bit weird too. I felt like Wonder Girl, like, she was fine. She didn't do, I'll get to the characters. She was fine. Like, she was cool, but like, otherwise the story, it's just like, I feel like the Amazon should have just beaten the crap out of these Nazi guys easy. I mean, if they're all like Wonder Woman, the thing is that in later iterations of the character, they keep changing around her origin. Even in those newer movies, it's more like, well, she is the son. She's the daughter of Zeus. It's like, oh, so she is way more powerful than the regular Amazon women, which can, they can be taken out a bit easier. This show, this is like your pre-crisis. This is seeming to suggest that all of the Amazons are as good as Wonder Woman if they have that equipment. Now, Wonder Woman, she still has her belt, her girdle, which is supposed to give her powers in this show. So, like, shouldn't she be able to, really beat these guys up pretty bad? There's inconsistencies with the powers, and I just feel like the Amazons should have done better in this one. Anyways, so for the pacing, I'll give it a 1.5. I wasn't bored. I thought it was fine. The pacing was good. They go to the island. That's kind of cool. And then they fight them off a little bit. And then, they're going to come back and get them. So it was okay. I wasn't bored or anything like that. The artistry, I'm going to give it 1.5. I do, the island, they go to the island and that's kind of cool. And everything looks good. Except, the invisible jet, it's starting, like, we're in this realm here. If you watch the first few episodes, it looked pretty decent. Like, they were kind of, you could tell that there's people there. Now it's literally like it's like this action figure here is just like sitting in like a toy plane or something. You're like, okay. And they always play this goofy music now. I don't know why they're playing this goofy music. It's like do. It's like some like elevator music starts to play. Like, why is this happening? It happens all the time now with these invisible jet parts. You're like, why is this happening? I guess it's part of the charm, but it is a bit goofy. Anyways, I'll give it a 1.5. I'm a sucker for this. It's kind of charming, so it's like, all right, fine. Characters, I'm gonna give it 1.5. I liked the characters. I like Wonder Girl. I was a bit on the last video. I was like, I don't know. She's all right. She kind of grew on me. She's fine. Look, she's fine. I like her. I wasn't dying. John Saxon is great because it's John Saxon. He's just great. Some of the other guys are okay. I think the mom, like we've got, I can't remember her name now. Who's playing the mom now? Queen Hippolyta, which they never say her name. They just say the Queen. She's goofy. Like, I feel like she needs to be better. I don't know what to think about the Amazons in this show. It's tough. I'm not sure if I can 100% go with this battle-hardened Amazons the way that they showed in the Wonder Woman newer films with Gal Gadot. I kind of think that they would be a little bit more, not lazy, but more laid back, because they're like, we've been alive for, thousands of years and nothing's going on. And we're on this island just hanging out. So, they do games to keep in shape and keep fit, but would they be as battle hardened as the Amazons we see, where they're doing these crazy, like everyone is the best at shooting arrows and fighting and all that? I don't know, maybe somewhere in between. I don't know which depiction I like better, but anyways, they might have been maybe slightly too relaxed here, where it's like, well, how dumb are you? Like, if someone comes, like, you better, get ready. So anyways, characters are fine, 1.5. Enjoyment factor, 1.5, because I love this show and it's fun. And Linda Carter's awesome in it. Wonder Girl's cool. Ultimately, I still enjoyed this one because I'm a sucker for this show. I love it. Mostly because Linda Carter is so great as Wonder Woman. So I'll give this one a 7. Not one of my, it's awesome because you got Wonder Girl, and that is kind of cool. So other than the Wonder Girl aspect of it, there's not really a heck of a lot going on, but I still really liked it anyway. So there you go. If you enjoy my space system, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, check out the Wonder Woman playlist. I'm gonna have other stuff besides Linda Carter on here as well. So that's it, everybody. Until next time.